Now for a bell, we'd want a higher octave than C4, so we'll do C5. So we'll start with C, and we will make this note a fourth of a bar, and then we'll add a couple more things here. And like I said, you can just play around, do whatever melodies you need to do. Like I said, it's all a learning process, really. So let me test how this sounds quickly. So now I'm trying to find a note that will blend with our bass line, and will have the right sync that I'm looking for. So this is where I'm going to play around a little bit. And I like how that sounds. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did for the bass line. And now we've got our melody. So it sounds pretty good so far, but what's a melody without some drums, right? Well, we can definitely take care of that and get to our piano roll for the closed hi-hat. Now for a hi-hat, if you're making a hip-hop instrumental, you probably want it to be a basic hi-hat. I mean, you can get as intricate in detail as you want. Creativity is really hard to come across in the mainstream music industry nowadays, so don't limit yourself to a basic drum pattern, but in this case we'll use one. My hi-hat is going to be something like this, just basically spread all the way from bars 1 through 4, and we'll have 8 hats hit per bar, so it'll sound like this. You're starting to catch the beat a little bit. So I like how the hat sounds. Now let's move on to the tom. Now for the tom, it's kind of in this case, a supporting drum, but I'm gonna use it a little creatively. And that's how I want my tom to sound. Definitely sounds interesting. So what we have now is sounds good so far, right? Well, if you don't like it, that's alright. To each his own. This is just me. And this is real basic. I'm not trying to do anything over the top yet. But now that we've got that, still needs a snare or a clap, so we can provide one. Let's go to the piano roll for the hand clap, and we're gonna do a real basic clap. You know, 1 2 clap, 1 2 clap, 1 2 clap, 1 2 clap. So 1 2 clap, 1 2 clap, 1 2 clap, and 1 2 clap. Catching me so far? You know, if I lost you, I'm sorry, but basically what I'm trying to explain is, you know, we're at 160 beats per minute here, and at 160 beats per minute it'll be 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So 1 2 clap 4, 1 2 clap 4. If you haven't picked that up by now, you know, just showed it to you, so hopefully you've got it. Now for the clap, it doesn't really need to hold any longer than, you know, it can be 1 grid square or 4 or 8. Doesn't matter. The clap will hold for the same length regardless. Well, now that we've got our clap in place, let's hear how it sounds. So, you know, it's not a finished product, but it's definitely a start, and, you know, hopefully I've educated you fairly well on the piano roll and the step sequencer. But before I finish with this tutorial, I'm going to show you a little bit of channel settings. Now, the channel settings, you know, first of all, you access them by just clicking on a channel, left clicking, and this will come up for whatever channel you've clicked on. And you've got 4 tabs here. You got the